One of my favorite sneaker models is back and it's celebrating a birthday or anniversary, if you want to call it that. So today we're looking at the Nike Air Max Plus 25th anniversary. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we're back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. If you hadn't done so already, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, drop a comment. I'm gonna say it every video, guys, because it's not that you don't do it, it's that new people come along, or maybe people just hadn't done it yet. It is something that really helps drive your channel through YouTube's algorithm, because with those interactions, every time the video just builds and builds and builds, it'll go ahead and put those videos in the recommended list for people to see. So the channel keeps growing and getting bigger and bigger. And as far as we've gotten so far, it's because of you guys. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate all the help. So everyone who's done so, big thumbs up and a pat on the back to you. Everyone who hasn't done so yet, but I know you will do so in the future, I thank you guys as well. Now, getting right into the sneaker, guys, I'm super excited about this one because, like I said in the intro, this is one of my favorite sneaker models, and it's gonna be the Air Max Plus. And this one's gonna be done up in the 25th anniversary makeup. Now, this sneaker, again, guys, one of my favorite Air Maxes ever, and it might actually be my favorite Air Max of all time when I think about it. It's just such a futuristic shoe. It's 25 years old, and I feel like it's still ahead of its time in some ways and forms. So this sneaker is back celebrating a quarter century, but what's weird about it is that it seems like Nike doesn't quite care, and I'm saying that with a question mark because I don't know. This sneaker, celebrating 25 years, has been released since late November, but Nike decided that they only want to release it in FootLocker stores. Very weird. And a couple weeks ago, they dropped quietly on a Nike website. Sold out a lot of sizes on a Nike website, but a lot of these are going to still be available on the FootLocker and Champs websites and easy to get in full family sizes. So if you guys are a fan of Air Max Pluses, you want something to add to the collection, and you guys are big collectors of it, or this is your first one, go grab a pair. They're there. And honestly, you may be able to hold out with the FootLocker. You might be able to find them on discount. I know whatever sizes they have left now on Nike are dropped down from 185 to I think like 157. And I think there's probably still another discount on top of that. So if you're a smaller shoe size, go ahead and check those out on Nike because you're gonna get a heck of a deal. Come away from the pricing and all that good stuff. The sneaker actually celebrated its 25th anniversary last year. Released in 1998, 2023, 25 years. Again, I haven't seen much about the sneaker. And they're releasing some things. I know that the Voltage Purples were back, but they released again weirdly. I found my size on Champs. I know that they're kind of releasing sporadically on neighborhood or in neighborhood at stores or boutiques as well, but they're selling out pretty quickly there. And I've heard rumors that other OG colors are coming back, and they're celebrating the shoe with the was the Mercurial soccer cleat that I think Mbappe actually was showcasing a few weeks ago. Super cool, but there was more coverage on the cleat than there was the actual 25th anniversary of the Air Max Plus. Very weird because I think this is one of those just iconic sneakers that should be talked about with sneaker media talking about all these other things, especially when you have all these. I know it's Y2K runners, and these were definitely 2 years before the year 2000, but I think this fits the aesthetic very well, and there's just so much you can do, so many designs, so much that the Air Max Plus is about, and it's just a very, very just unique, very slick, very, again, still futuristic looking shoe. And when it comes to those Y2K runners, I think this runs laps around it, like no pun intended. This is just something that's a staple when it comes to sneaker history, and you guys know that's what we're about. Now, with this particular sneaker, what I really love about it is not that it's just Air Max Plus, but we're getting something just really fun with it, because you guys are looking at the lateral side now in the blue. We swing it to the medial side, you're getting this fireberry color. So we get a two-tone sneaker, very, very, very wild, I guess, for just a regular, a lot of people are right now are in these earth tone sneakers, which is not bad, but in that kind of climate, it's really cool to see something just bright and out there, especially one of my favorite models. And I think this shoe can definitely be worn a lot of different ways. Get into the shoe, the Air Max Plus is always gonna have that mesh upper. Well, I don't say always, typically gonna have this really tight knit mesh upper. And this one's going to again have a gradient fade that goes kind of a horizontal fashion from this really light, almost whitish blue at the bottom up to a purple. Get into the middle of the shoe here, it's gonna have that purple fade into that fireberry color and bring it all the way down to a varsity red until we get to the shank plate here. A lot of people are gonna look at this shoe, and if you guys are big into sneakers, especially big into the Air Max, you're gonna notice it looks very similar to another Air Max that just released, and that's gonna be the Pata Barcelona Nike collaboration on Air Max Plus. Very similar, but that sneaker had a vertical fade, which I know I'm just kind of nitpicking at that point, but it had a vertical fade with some different hits, like a double swoosh as well as a different color shank plate. And I know a lot of people are acting like, well, if you didn't get the Pata one, this is kind of the poor man version. I doubt many people are saying, because people don't seem to be paying attention to this shoe. But for anyone who does say that, that's silly, because these shoes are still freaking expensive, and good lord, $185 for this is a lot. I mean, the Patas were $210, but even with that shoe, it wasn't a big kind of hoorah, nothing, like not a lot of big things surrounding it. It felt like they dropped, I think, overseas first, and then randomly, I want to say, I'm recording this video, was it the 28th of January? A week ago, they just randomly pop on the sneakers app with like apparel and everything with no kind of marketing behind it, just showed up. I think most of the sizes sold out, which is, you know, good for them. I mean, not good for me, because I want a pair of those as well. But it's just no fanfare around his birthday of this sneaker, which I think is, again, it's just kind of an injustice to what this shoe is. The sneaker also is going to have the iconic kind of wave pattern or lines, which I didn't realize that the designer Sean McDowell modeled these waves or these lines after palm trees. Now, each of these lines, if I'm not mistaken, is really pointing towards an air unit. So that was the way the lines were here to really direct your eyes towards the air units, because that was the main focus of the shoe. And that's really cool. I like that design feature because it's something that just, again, made the shoe different from the other Air Maxes that preceded it. Now, with those lines in the middle, of course, you're gonna meet here where you're gonna have all of your reflective pieces, and you're gonna have those reflective pieces going from the toe box all the way up to the tongue. And before we get up to that piece, just so that toe box is still gonna have that traditional plastic piece wrapped around the front, so that way you're not ripping up the toe box if you're dragging your feet at all. And there's gonna be kind of this, I feel like this, I don't know what this material is. It's kind of like an artificial nubuck, Durabuck that's wrapped around in black as well, that really just, again, guards that mesh along the lateral and the medial sides of the sneaker. So you're gonna get that all in black as well. Now, getting back up to the tongue, you're gonna have that same mesh tongue done up in that, again, that gray, or the gray, that gradient right there in the middle. You're gonna get this textile top tongue tag here that's gonna have the Nike Air done up in black and gold. Now, I cannot remember if all of them are black and gold with that logo, or if this one's just black and gold because of the anniversary edition, but it is black and gold. Now, you're going to have an inside that's going to be constructed of black mesh all throughout, so nothing changes there. And then inside, you're going to get a Tuned Air badge on the, let's see you guys, there we go, Tuned Air badging that is printed onto the insole there. And along with the insole having a Tuned Air badge, you're going to have that iconic Tuned Air badging done up in kind of that bubble makeup on the outside with the yellow, white, and then the red Nike swoosh on the outside of it. That's also going to sit atop that kind of weird black textile that we saw on the tongue as well, so you're going to get that piece again. Now, with the Air Max Plus, you're going to have the traditional sole here that you get on that sneaker. Nothing's changed there. This is going to be done up in all black. And what's really cool about this one is the air bubbles are going to take that same color of the Tuned Air badging. So you have a yellow air unit in here, which is really cool. A really nice pop when you have all this blue and red, that blue and fireberry, whatever color you want to call it. That is such a cool way to make the shoe pop even more. So really like the fact that they made that happen, just to give you these extra little pieces, these extra colors on, again, what's supposed to be an important anniversary colorway. Now, you're gonna have your shank plate done up in the black and blue on the lateral side, and then you're gonna have the red and black on the medial side, just following that same gradient we're getting on the sneaker. And on the outside, you're gonna get your traditional Air Max Plus traction. You're gonna have all the little nubs here, gonna break out into a color fill of blue in the middle. You're gonna have the Tuned Air badging done up in rubber as well. You're gonna have your little Tuned Air pieces here. Got your traditional outsole done up in yellow and red. You're gonna have the kind of that, again, another piece of the air unit that's gonna have the same kind of wave pattern or line pattern we're gonna see on the upper. Now, this one again is gonna be around in various places. You can catch them for $185 on those FootLocker websites. Again, small feet, you can catch them on the Nike website for I think $157, because they again drop randomly there as well. But with the Air Max, I feel like you should go true to size, but try them on. I feel like that's probably the best advice I can give you. If you know your Air Max Plus size already, it's the same size as that. If you've never worn an Air Max Plus, definitely try it on, because wearing different ones, they all fit differently. Like if I put this on and then I put a 95 on, the Air Max 95 is way more snug than the Air Max Plus. Or if I put an Air Max 90 on, I feel like that is just a different feel in this one. So lots of different feels there. Try it on if you can. Again, there should be available at local Foot Lockers in store as well, so check them out. And something else I want to point out before we finish up is the box as well. I didn't even bring that up. You guys know me, for presentation is always a big thing for me, and with the tuned air, typically I think with the OGs or any anniversaries, they do a really good job with the boxes. They'll give you kind of a partial silhouette, has the lines you see in the shoe, along with whatever color palette the shoe's working with. You're just gonna have the tuned air badge, along with Nike done up in that blue. You're gonna have the tuned air done up in that glossy black as well, and you're gonna have more Nike in red, and of course the sizing tag done up in front. So really cool. I like to show that one off because it's just cool packaging, which also has the sketches of the shoe inside, and just kind of break down the sneaker. And this one says Air Max Plus Anniversary. The Air Max Plus has been called everything but basic in 1998. The debut run featured bright color fades and wavy 3D overlays that stood out and turned heads. It immediately attracted the cult-like following, going from culture to culture and country to country on its journey to sneaker fame. In France, it was dubbed the Le Requin, French for the shark, nod to its sleek, dangerous profile, and just like the shark, it hasn't stopped moving since its first dropped. So, really cool. I love just the little tidbits of information, the drawings, the colors on the box. They did a good job just all the way around. So from the box to the sneaker, it's just something I think definitely worth a pickup if you're an Air Max fan, or if maybe you never had an Air Max and you want to start diving into them. This is an awesome first pair to get. So check them out. Definitely one of my favorite pickups of 2024. I think this is my first actual pickup from 2024, one that I've actually pulled my wallet out and bought. Yeah, it is. Sorry, sitting there thinking about it. Yeah, this is my first actual pickup to 2024, and this one I'm super happy with. I know I'm doing to wear a sneaker every day, a different sneaker every day throughout the year, but if I break, it's going to be because I'm going to be wearing these more often than I should. So check them out. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you have a pair? Do you have any other pairs? I know any other pairs coming out within this, I guess, almost anniversary year, since it was technically last year. Let me know down below. Until next time, guys. See ya.